Hello, everybody. My name is Michael. You know me as Coding Jungle, and today I just want to give you a quick update on what's going on with me and my apps. As most of you know, I left IPS. I When I left, I thought I was done with them, uh, but as the months have dragged on, I've realized that Stratagem and Formalize probably still have a very good place in the IPS market. And I had some good ideas I thought that were, going to be really good apps that I wanted to work on for IPS. And then everything happened, and I just kind of walked away. And so I want to bring, like I said, I want to bring back Formalize and Stratagem most definitely back to the IPS platform, and hopefully take them to IPS 5. That really depends on what 5 is like, and we'll see. I mean, I can't. I'm not. I don't. I'm not a gypsy. I'm not a. I guess gypsy is the wrong word. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't see the future. I can't really tell you where Formalize and Stratagem is going to be when IPS 5 comes out. Hopefully, I do take them to 5. I don't know. The other apps that I announced that I've got them on the back burner. I haven't done anything major with them. They've just been kind of sitting there simmering in the background. Because, like I said, I don't know how much longer until it is till IPS 5 comes out. And I honestly, I mean, if 5 is bad, like I don't want to, I don't know how to say it. If it's not what I want to work with, then I'm not going to come out with updates for my apps. And I'd hate to do all that work that is involved in developing the apps that I want to, and then have them to be dead end at 4, and it'd be basically dead on arrival. Um, so I'm waiting until 5 to see what it's like. My open source apps that I said I was going to open source. The only one that I'm kind of questioning on if I want to open source or not is Babel. Um, I just don't know how relevant it is anymore. I mean, it had some members on it, had some people using it still when it went down. And I know I've never went into detail what happened there. But the gist of it was it was tied to a credit card that expired, the servers for it. Um, and I was going through some stuff, personal life stuff. And by the time I realized that the servers had gone down, it had been like 2 months. Because, like I said, I mean, I was going through I wasn't in a good headspace, and that's not the excuse I want to give out. It's not an excuse. This is what happened. I wasn't in a good headspace, and um, when I realized it, I still was in that bad headspace, and I didn't. How do I phrase it? I didn't care enough to, bring it back. So I don't know if I'm bringing it back. Like I said, I don't even know if there's a market for it. Maybe because the price was a bit high that there wasn't one for it. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. So I don't know if I'm going to open source Babel or not because there is some code in there that I do consider, personally mine that I created that I don't necessarily want floating out there that people can just grab and put in their own apps and do some stuff with it because my code. um, so we'll see. We'll see what I do. Names for Avatar is definitely getting open source. I don't. Uh, I enjoyed making that app when it first came out. I added a bunch of features to it because people made a bunch of requests, and I added them in, and then I had this monster on my hands. I didn't know what to do with it, and I didn't have time to fix every little thing that broke on it. So I decided that if people really wanted it, that I was going to charge I think it was a 6 month or a yearly renewal on it, and that would really weed out the people who were just wanting it and people who really wanted it. And even then, I didn't. I didn't find the motivation in it enough to keep it up to date. Even though it's a fun app, like I said, it was a fun app to create. So it's definitely going open source. Toolbox has always been open source. There was a problem with it. That's why I hid the repo to fix the problem, and I just never unhid the repo for it. So, and nobody really wanted it. Nobody like, oh my God, I really want to take that over from you. I had fun working on it. I thought I brought a lot of cool stuff to it. I know it had some bugs in it, and it wasn't as clear cut as I wanted it to be because it had some ideas, and it just, I didn't know what I was doing with it half the time. I know what I was doing with it. It just, maybe it was just out of my ability. I don't know. It was a fun app. I enjoyed working on it all these years. So look for that one back again. Its repo should be unprivated by the time this video is released. Hopefully. Now, I have other apps I don't know what to do with, like Downloads Plus. I said I was just going to let it die and not do anything with it. But I might open source that in case anybody wants to take a look at what I was doing with it, maybe get some ideas for their apps. But I thought I introduced some cool ideas in it. Well, we'll see. Menu group manager or group menu manager, whatever it's called. I don't even remember the name of it half the time. CJ Menu. Let's just call it that. CJ Menu. Not all the code is mine, so that's why I didn't release it. That's why I'm not going to release, because some of the code, because early on when I first developed it, was co-developed with another developer. And last time I talked with them, they weren't too thrilled with the idea of open sourcing it. So I agreed not to open source that one. So I'm just going to let it die. It needs a lot of work. And honestly, for 5, it's not going to fly on 5. So because it requires hooks, template hooks, and just no way to do it. So, or as far as I know, there isn't going to be a way to do it. So it's going to go the way of the Dino. If you have any other questions for me, like how much, Formalize and Stratagem are going to be when they come back out, how am I going to handle old clients, new clients, that kind of thing. I haven't decided yet. To be honest with you, I've given it some thought, but I just don't know yet. A couple of the ideas I had was doing like a flat monthly subscription kind of service, like say you subscribe on my website for $10 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, something like that, and then you get access to anything that I do while your subscription's active. That way I have monetary incentive to keep it up, and you have an invested interest in the app moving forward. Other things that I thought about doing was actually kind of like taking a page out of Microsoft's handbook from back in the day, where you bought Windows 95 and then you got all the updates and everything for free, but Windows 98 rolled around, you had to buy Windows 98. I was kind of thinking doing something like that, like say Formalize version 2, you would buy version 2, but you would get 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, whatever, and all the bug fixes during its lifespan. Like there would be a set number of features that would be released to it on 2, and then I would have a new set of features and a new, whatever for 3, and then when 3 comes out, you would rebuy it. I don't know how I want to handle all that. I mean, I guess I can go back to the old method of just, you buy it and then you have like a 6-month or a yearly renewal on it. But I honestly don't feel that benefits either one of us, because you pay a large fee up front, and then 6 months or a year down the line, it might still be working just fine. And a lot of people, like I said, would not renew it after that time. So it I don't want to sound greedy. I absolutely hate the idea of that sounding greedy, but these apps take a lot of time and time and effort, and stuff that could be making money. That it's time and effort that I could be spending elsewhere to make money. A lot more money than I'll ever make off these apps. These apps are there to because I want to make them. So I don't know. I want to do something that's fair for you guys and fair for me. And guess I haven't come to that solution yet. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I just posted a link to a Discord channel that I created. Well, I've had it for a while, just haven't done anything with it because I kind of despise Discord. But at this point, I think it's completely defeated Slack, because when I work for other people now, it's not here's what's your email so I can invite you to my Slack channel. It's more, here's a link to our Discord. I guess Discord is one. I don't agree with that, but who am I? Anyway, so let me know if you have any questions and I'll try to answer them. And I hope you guys have a good day.